It should come as absolutely no surprise that a large number of these propagandists are nothing more than paid agitators receiving cash in exchange for voicing their contempt for President Trump. In many cases, and we've shown you this. Matter of fact, you've seen independent reporters take cameras out and interview people saying, well, I just hate Trump. And then you try to say, well, why? And why are you here? And where'd you get that sign? Where'd you get these talking points? 9 out of 10 of them don't have a clue why they're there. You may recall that I recently engaged in a very spirited debate with the CEO of a company. Yes, there are companies out there, like this next one, called Crowds on Demand. They do exactly what the name of the company sounds like. Crowds on demand, if you pay. I will die on the hill for the freedom of speech and freedom of the press. My entire life has been that since I was 18 years old. I'm 51 this year. So I love the fact that I can go on the street corner and say whatever the hell I want, a grievance against my government, or call my neighbor or whatever I want, because that's America. But I don't like that companies try to stage it all and hire people and set it up. It should be organic. The American people should want to come out, get on their soapbox, my show, I'm talking. They should come out and want to gather together and say, here's the cause I'm sticking up for. But you see, guys like you and the bureaucrats and the folks in D.C. love stirring up the pot between us Americans. And so you pay people to do this and you make a scene look bigger than it really is. Yeah, you make an issue bigger than it really is. And the American people then feel guilty if they're not on the right side of that issue that the mainstream media takes when one of these protests magically pop up, and then they go, oh, maybe I should think that way about this or that. And so I guess, I don't know if he's a glutton for punishment or what, but he is back, the CEO and founder of Crowds on Demand, Adam Swart, on Real America, with a big smile on his face. And Adam, I will give you a heck of a lot of credit, sir. Your people reached out to mine. You wanted to come back on the show, and I said, sure. I would love to have another open, spirited debate with Adam about his company and what he does. And I know you've been on social media talking out and speaking out, rather, a lot about the violent agitators, because you don't go for that. You don't want to see any of that at your paid protest. But I still, Adam, have a problem just in the basis of what you do for a living. I don't like it. But welcome back, Adam. How you doing, sir?
Dan, great to be on. It was a debate, but you did most of the talking. Hopefully,
well, you know, I'll let you talk a little more this time. So let me just set you up, and I'll let you hang yourself, because my viewers are going to say that a protest should be totally natural and organic, and you shouldn't have to pay one person if they're actually that upset about a sitting president or an issue. So let me back up. I'll shut up. Here's the question. That video of you and I chatting went viral. A lot of people are very upset to realize that these protests aren't just natural and organic. What do you have to say to those folks that are upset that you and a company like yours actually exist in America?
Well, Dan, what I would say is that every movement, from the civil rights movement, gay rights, MAGA, Tea Party, has hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars behind it in funding from very wealthy individuals, in many cases, celebrities, billionaires, etc. So if you're saying, okay, this is the United States of America, there's money involved in politics, well, I agree with you. And if you want to say, to take the Bernie Sanders position of let's get money out of politics, I don't necessarily completely object to the premise of it. But
now, wait, Adam, hold on. Did you just say Bernie Sanders thinks we should take money out of politics? Whoa, whoa, whoa. The guy, hold on, the guy that's with AOC doing a nationwide tour as we speak right now called what? Fighting the Oligarchy, and they're taking private jets and big gas-guzzling SUVs, and they're spending millions of dollars. The guy that made millions on his books. The guy that's a socialist but makes millions. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not.
You're hanging yourself, bro, but keep going.
I'm not a fan of his. I'm saying you're taking the Bernie Sanders position of let's get money out of politics. The fact that he's hypocritical, fine, I agree with that. AOC drives a Tesla, at least she did, right? So plenty of hypocrisy to go around. All I'm saying is that there's money in politics, right? And that's fine. And if you want to lament that idea, I don't necessarily disagree with the fact that the Tea Party was funded by the Koch brothers. BLM obviously was funded by a lot of left-wing donors.
Adam, I'm going to get you one more time. I'm going to give you some more rope. In that group a minute ago, you said MAGA towards the end.
Sure.
Hold on.
So you're saying there weren't any donors?
Hold on. You're telling me that you think when Trump got 35, 55, 75, 100,000 to come out last year from Butler on down. I spoke at one of them. We had 55, 60,000 in Southern California. You think that Trump had to pay those people to show up? Come on,
Dan,
bro.
what I'm saying is this: everyone has an incentive to be somewhere. So some people might be given direct compensation. What we do is we compensate people for attending events that they agree with, right? A conservative is not going to go to a BLM rally just because we're giving them a few $100s, right? That would be.
We're not going to go to one at all because we think that BLM is a racist, violent organization.
I agree. So you're making my point, Dan, which is that we pay people to go in support of issues that they normally would support. What we're doing is giving them the resources to attend, right? People have family obligations, work obligations.
Sure.
I believe
Which is why, Adam, you don't see massive conservative protests around this country. You know why? We're too damn busy at work or taking care of the kids or going to football practice. We don't have time to take that couple dollars to go out to New York City or Tampa or Seattle, stand there, stop commerce from happening, threaten people, and scream and yell on the street corner all day. We're busy keeping the country going, Adam.
This is actually a way that we help a lot of conservative, or in many cases, common sense causes where 80% of the people support one side of the issue, but the other 10%.
When's the last time you booked a gig? Let's call it a gig. When's the last time you booked a gig for a big conservative issue?
Well, as recently as right now, we have many conservative clients and we're proud of them.
No. Name some, please. When's the last time, not coming, when's the last time in the last year you used your company and somebody called you and said, hi, I'm with America First, I'm with MAGA, I'm with this, I need a crowd. Can I hire you to hire the staff to show up to hold my signs? Name two right now, please.
We have provided this for many folks, and because of cancel culture, many of our conservative clients don't actually want to reveal it, and that is because of culture. No, it's because of cancel culture. Name one liberal customer that has
name one.
Name one left-wing customer that you believe has hired us, right? We have confidentiality with our clients on all sides of the aisle, and that is to actually insulate them from cancel culture mobs, right? You don't like cancel culture, do you, Dan? Do you believe people should be fired for voicing their opinions and for supporting causes that they agree with, as many conservatives were under the Biden administration? Those were many of our clients.
They were?
Sure.
You're sure? So name a few.
I'm 100% sure.
You can name an organization. You can say the America First Policy Institute hired me to get people to show up to a protest 6 months ago down in blah, 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 Florida. Like, name a time with a group
name one
on the right.
client that you believe that you have evidence has hired us. You're saying we're some sort of left-wing group, but you haven't named one left-wing group that has supposedly hired us, and you haven't given a shred of evidence for it, have you?
Adam,
is there evidence?
So then tell me your conservative clients if left-wing clients aren't hiring you.
Say that again?
Name some conservative clients if you're saying left-wing clients aren't hiring you. You obviously do well, right? You do well. Where do you live? You got a couple cars, you got a couple houses, you do well. Your company probably makes you a good living. So who's hiring you?
Well, as I just said, Dan, if we started revealing the names of our customers on any side of the aisle, that would put them at jeopardy in some cases for cancel culture mobs. But people can do their own internet research and see what causes that we have been linked to and we have worked with, and people can make their own assessments. But this characterization...
Let me ask you this, Adam. Hold on. Do you think that what you do for a living is disingenuous to the American voter? Because, and I'm going to go back to what I said the first time you appeared, because if I have enough money and I pay Adam Swart to get 5,000 people to show up, where I know MSNBC, CNN, and the rest of them will all show up, let's say to our nation's capital, like this past weekend. I think we have some video of it. And they show up with their cameras, and you've got 5,000 paid protesters. Only 500 showed up out of the goodness of their heart because they hate Donald Trump. And the other 4,500 because they kind of dislike him, but they'll take the money because they're unemployed or sitting at home, whatever. So they show up. Do you think, just deep down in your heart, forget your paycheck, Adam, don't you think that's disingenuous because it leads the American people to believe that there are thousands of their fellow Americans that say, wow, people really are that pissed off at Trump or this issue or that, or, oh, you know, I'm pro-life, but look at all these pro-abortion. Maybe I should rethink it. Do you see what I'm saying? You're giving the American people the wrong idea about certain issues because you're making it appear that more people really care. Now, I know what you're going to say. Yeah, Dan, well, they would show up if they could, but they can't. So because I get money from the rich liberals and give it to the poor liberals to show up, they do care. They do want to be part of it. They just can't afford to be part of it.
Working class conservatives, right? We do the same thing on the conservative side when a cause makes sense.
Okay, give me a cause. There we go. Don't name a client. Give me a cause that you got booked for in the last year from a conservative group that gave you millions of dollars to get thousands of conservatives out to. Give me the name of the cause, not the group that hired you.
I will give you the general name of the cause, anti-defund the police. We've stood up against defund the police in multiple American cities, right?
So your company got hired to have paid actors show up in the streets to do anti-protests against those idiots that were out screaming defund the police.
To push for police funding.
No, that's not what I asked. Nope, not to push for. Did your company get hired to get conservatives to take to the streets to counter the idiots that were out there screaming defund the police since the summer of 2020?
Dan, what we have been hired for in many cases is to stand up for the idea that we have to have safe streets and well-funded, responsible law enforcement. Is that a bad thing?
Hey, roll this soundbite of a protester getting a Trump sign and they didn't even know what the hell they were doing. Roll this.
What's that?
So paper gave me, yeah.
Who gave you that?
The people that gave me the sign. It's a free sign.
Oh, someone gave you the sign, and then they gave you the handout. So are you reading it now to try to answer the question?
Yeah, but I mean...
Can I see that? Can you hold that up?
I'm just not...
I'm just curious.
You can have it.
I can have it?
Yeah, you can have it.
Alrighty. So where did you get the sign?
All the way in the gatekeeper's house.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just pretty cool.
That's good. You get the point. Everybody at home gets the point. There it is again. The video I showed you last time. This happens time and time again. These people show up. They get a couple $100. They hold a sign. They get talking points, and they're told to do it. That guy didn't even know why he was there.
But you're trying to link that to what we do. If you're saying, hey, are there some paid protesters somewhere that don't know what they're doing and don't care? Sure, but not the people who work for us.
How do you know that, Adam?
Crowds on Demand, Dan, Crowds on Demand has been in business for 13 years. We have not been
Do
in
you
business.
vet every single person that takes the money you give them?
Yes, we actually do. We have someone.
So if 5,000 people show up and you pay them to protest in D.C. next weekend, you vet all 5,000.
That's correct. We vet them and we interview each and every one of them.
Do you vet the people you take money from? Do you get money from George Soros?
I will just say this in regards to Soros.
Yes.
Soros funds a ton of groups all over the country, right?
Yes,
That's the Open Societies Foundation, right? So it's what I call a system of Russian dolls. You could be taking money from George Soros without knowing it. Real America.
Does that bother you?
American News.
Oh, my show doesn't take jack shit from George Soros. There's this network. I guarantee you, brother. I'll tell you what. You want to come look at our books? We'll open them up. I'll bet you $1 million I don't even have. I'll borrow it from my boss. We don't take a penny from Mr. Soros or any whack job liberal in this nation. And I guarantee it, if this company did, my ass would quit yesterday. I'm out of time, Adam. I gave you a lot of time this time, more than last time. We're done. You're always welcome back. I appreciate the conversation. I still don't like what you do. I still think it's disingenuous to the American voter, and you know why. But God bless you. Don't know how you sleep at night. Hopefully it's on some really expensive sheets.
Very well, 9 hours.
Take care. Good for you, Adam. Take care.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.